But anyways, let's set this up. And if you are joining me after the live by now, if you've watched before, skip ahead a few minutes to join me. Can you hear me on my live? I am going to do a sound check right quick. I have lots of noise in my background, so if you can hear all of that, this is real life. Welcome. Hmm. Can you hear me? Hmm. Let me see what's going on.
Well, what are you seeing from your end?
I have it connected. Yeah, I have it connected. Are you on the right one?
Yeah, I have it connected.
Oops.
Are you on the right one? If you can hear yourself.
Pardon me? All right, let me get myself situated, seeing as how I'm constantly late. Dinner had to happen first, y'all. That was a requirement. And after dinner, it was necessary to make sure I got this right for a change.
To make sure I got this right for a change.
So if you are joining me, welcome to my live. If you're watching it after the fact, please beware that um, you can skip ahead just a little bit just because I'm going to take a minute to get set up. Hopefully not too long though. And I do hope y'all are having a good day. Um, it has been a crazy day for me, but a lot has gotten done, so I'm happy about that. If you have subscribed and you can hit the like button, that would be appreciated. All right. Please keep respectful. Thanks for tuning in. Please ask questions. And also, if you so interesting. Hope everybody again is having a good night. I have some football on in the background. I pray to God it doesn't fly over into my stream so that I don't get in no trouble for copyright. Because you know the NFL, they don't play. And other than that, I'm happy my Steelers won for the third week in a row today. Yes, I am a Steelers fan. If you are not, okay. What team you repping? I'd love to know. Hey, good night. How are you? It has been wild, yo. After my last live and all of the things that have happened since, it's just been all kinds of crazy. So I'm hoping this will bring me a little bit of cheer to do my nails. But thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well down there in your space. Having a good Sunday. Do you watch football? Curious. All right, let me get started on these nails. Whew. I have to, so this is what I'm working with, sorry. Before I start any nail job, as you know, I always spray my nails down with alcohol, myself or the client, just to make sure I sanitize. No, not really. All right, cool beans. But this is what I'm working with nail-wise. Hope I can get a good spot in there. So this is the ones that I did on my last live, and I am going to be having surgery in 2 days. So I have to reduce my nail length. I also have to thin them out a little bit, and I'm not allowed to have any type of polish. I will do like a clear matte just to make it look as clean as possible, but truth be told, I'm technically not allowed. So let's get into this. I got kids running around making noise. I got kids watching stuff. Everybody's busy, but it is what it is. We gonna make this work. Thank you very much again if you're joining me. And if you're joining me after the live, I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's get this moving. So I need to reduce my nail length and thickness because I am going to be having surgery soon, in actually 2 days. And was something that came up kind of last minute. I thought I would have had more time, but you know what they say when they schedule that ish, don't waste no time thinking you ain't trying to get it or make it happen because you don't play with the doctor them time. I did add slow mode, but I think I'm gonna take it off. I've never used it before, and it was honestly just a setting that I didn't even really consider. I think I just clicked it by accident, but I'm gonna fix it right now. Save. All right. I removed it. All right, there you go. That should be helpful. All right, so I am going to reduce the size of my nails because, again, we can't go into surgery like this. Please let me know if the sound of the fan is affecting your ability to hear me. I'll turn it down if I have to. Um, ooh, what are you baking tonight? I'm curious. I love to bake. I don't get to do it as often as I would like, but I wish I could do it more. Ooh, today's job should be quick and easy. I actually just started into this a little bit faster than I was anticipating because I have to go back and push my cuticles. Since I'm already into this one, I'm just going to finish it off. But before you start doing your nails, you should be pushing back your cuticles to make sure they are all the way back and you can get all the dead skin that you need to clean. So I'm just going to pause for a minute. Strawberry moist. Ooh. Tell me the ingredients, please, because I have not heard of this cake, but it sounds divine. Anything with a strawberry, cheesecake, shortcake. Feed me. I am all for it. All right, sorry. I'm just going to come back quickly and push my cuticles back, which is something I didn't do when I started. Excuse me. You can do this with a metal pusher or a wooden pusher. I'm just using whatever I had in my box that belongs to me because I have my own set of tools. Yes, please. I'll take that slice. Pushing your cuticles back just allows you to basically free up the cuticle from the nail plate and also reveal any dead skin that's there so that you can clean that up before you apply any product because a properly clean nail is the way to have healthy nails. So yeah, all right. So I was saying earlier, I got to get my nails reduced and as natural looking as possible because I am having a major surgery, and as a result, you cannot have your nails a certain kind of way. So my objective today is to just clean them up, make them look nice and tidy, also shorten them because I won't be able to do them for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, which is my estimated recovery time. And as a result of that, I don't want to have super long nails growing out. So I am going to reduce them as much as I need to feel comfortable enough for them to last for that time frame. Thank you so much. I am nervous. It moved, like I said earlier, the process moved a lot faster than I anticipated. But when the doctors say move, you move. And you don't really, when you have second and third opinions that confirm what the first said, you don't really waste no time. You kind of just do what you got to do. I'm at a stage in my life where personally I've never had surgery before. So, yes, it's very daunting to think about, but at the same time, it's always for the benefit of my health. And so I'm always going to do what I need to do. Thank you so much for the prayers. I do appreciate it. But then, it's interesting because even though that this is the anticipation, there's still the possibility that it might not happen because delays and whatever. So, like, I'm prepping mentally for it, but it's always very possible that it may not even go down because delays or cancel or issues with others before me or whatever the case. So, I'm also trying to prep for that, trying to make sure I have all the supports I can in place to help me out while I'll be down. Um, but it is what it is. When you have jewels on your nails, there's two ways you can remove them. You can either come at it with a e-file, or you can use a nipping tool to basically lift it and peel it off. It's just surrounded by gel, so you can reduce the gel a little bit, but you can also just file it off like I'm doing here without it flinging or flying into your face or all over wherever you're looking. Like, all right, there we go. How often do you bake if you're still on? I'm curious to know. I find that the thing I bake the most right now is anything banana related, muffins, cake, bread, because my kids love bananas. Well, I lie. One kid loves bananas, one kid loves anything made from bananas, but he won't eat the actual banana, which is trippy, but it is what it is. So I buy bananas, and if one doesn't eat them, then the other gets to enjoy them by way of bread or um, muffins or whatever treaty treat you can make up. I like mixing bananas with coconut. Bananas and coconut together are fire. Ooh, so dusty today. All right, let's keep going. I want to make this quick and easy. I don't want to be on this all night. I still got mad work to do. I've been extremely tired lately. I don't know what's going on. Well, I think I know, but The level of tired is real. Like, I slept basically the whole day yesterday, which at first I wasn't very happy about because I'm like, yo, I got things to do. But then I was also like, if I don't sleep, I'm gonna pass out. I'm tired, tired. So sometimes you just gotta listen to your body and knock the heck out. No shame in it. I'm not doing no fancy nail job. I'm not doing no special polish. I'm legit just doing a clean takedown. I gotta take off any glitter. I need clean, clean nails. Are you following? Is anybody following the whole Diddy situation? I mean, at this point, how could you not be? But is anybody like up on it? I've been paying attention, but because life has changed somewhat, I have only been able to glimpse information here and there. I'm also like, there's enough people covering it where I don't want to oversaturate, even though, I could use it to help me with views and things. I'm just not for it. So I'm like, nah, nah. As of right now, everybody else can take that, take that. Ha ha ha. Hmm. I had my pre-op appointment about a week ago, and at that appointment, I got to meet the person that will be doing or administering the anesthesia. And this person asked me if I had ever had that before, and I was like, "Well, I've had an epidural." They kind of snickered and smiled and said, "Well, that's kind of like it, but no, not really. This one you're going nighty night." And I was like, "Hold on, all the way out?" He was like, "All the way out." I did not realize. I did not realize that anesthesia was. And then I watched something that told me when you take anesthesia, apparently it can contribute to some memory loss. Say what now? Memory loss. So not only am I asleep while you're working, but I don't even get to like know what you're doing because it's gonna fade away. Maybe it's intentional because if you have pain, nobody don't want to deal with none of that. Oh, that's no worry. I did dishes before I went live. I was supposed to go live at 7, but dinner was almost done, and I said, you know what? Let me just finish this first, get it out of the way, make sure the kids are fed, so that I'm not interrupted, and I could speed through this right quick and engage with the people because it's been a minute. Woo, I need that on. Haha. It's so interesting. I started picking up on my channel, working on more content, and then boom, you get sidelined and pause. And consistency is definitely the key with this ish, okay? There's no question about it. Any content creator will tell you consistency is key. Because, I mean, even if I miss a short for a day, I can see the difference in my view count. I mean, I don't think it's intentional, but it's just how it plays out or how it affects you in the long term. It can really mess with your brain, a little bit if you're looking to grow. So stay consistent if you can, but life happens and we can't always control it. So don't be upset about that either. Handle your life business. That's more important. Y'all know I hate working with my non-dominant hand, which I'm doing right now. Using my left to do my right. I'm right-handed. I should be going a lot slower in my speed, but I'm risking it all today. What was for dinner? Did everybody have? I made some barbecue chicken, some rice with some green beans, and some salad, simple things. When you're working with an e-file, the file is going at a fast enough rate of speed that you don't need to dig into your nail and burn yourself. Take your time. There's no rush. You can see my movements are slow and steady, not jumpy, even though this thing is moving very quick. Take your time because you don't want to hurt yourself. It is imperative. I had clients come through. I had a client come through after 50 days. I think it was like 7 weeks total to finally get her refill. And she intentionally waited until like the week before my surgery because if she does it sooner and the way her nails have been growing out, she's going to have some serious length on her hands before I'm able to refill. So she came through. I posted a short if you guys want to check it out. If I remember, I will post it probably here as like a little notey thing at the top. But anyway, she came through. She was so proud of herself because she was able to maintain the full length. She had no cracks, no lifting, no breaking, and she held that down for the entire time by herself. And I'm telling you, when you do your natural nails, when you do your own nails, and you do overlays versus like wearing tips and stuff, the achievement is so much more, I guess, some kind of real because it's your ish that's on your hand that's going to that length. And like you can keep it long, you can keep it short. You have flexibility, but the point is it's not artificial, it's yours, right? So I mean, putting an overlay on top of a natural nail doesn't make it a fake nail. It just protects the natural nail, to be honest, or it gives it like an enhancement. That's what gels and acrylics essentially are for, enhancing the nails. Whether it's a natural nail or a nail tip, it's for enhancement. Some part of enhancing your nail is giving it strength. Sometimes it could be giving it length. All of those things are considered nail enhancement. So when you're working with your natural nail, you can enhance your natural nail without using uh, tips or nail tips and still maintain, some cute little nails. Is the weather still hot down south? I'm curious. Even going under, going to sleep. Apparently, it's going to be some of the best sleep of my life. This is not only confirmed by said, doctor, but also by others that have experienced said sleep. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. I did hear something about the fact that some people don't wake up right away. It does take. Yeah, I prefer. Sorry, hold on. I was saying, let me just finish that thought. That yeah, with the anesthesia, when you come out or when you're supposed to wake up, some people wake up instantly. Some people it takes them a little bit longer. Like I was saying, I know I'm tired. So if it takes me longer than normal, it is what it is. just make sure I wake up because I gotta go home to my baby. And it is day surgery, so I'm not expected to stay overnight as long as there's no complications. Now, as for your question, I do actually prefer an acrylic overlay to a gel. So let me break it down. Maybe I can explain why. Over the years, it's not that I don't like gel. I just found that with acrylic, it was easier to apply. With gel, actually, I lie. Both of them can be easy depending on which one you practice more. I just happen to have more acrylic, and I found that it was just fun to work with. I just enjoy using acrylic overall. So that's my preference. I haven't put gel on my nails in years. The other day, I think I used gel just to help me do like a nail repair, but not like as a proper full overlay. So I could say that, yeah, I would prefer acrylic to gel. As long as you have good products, they will all work properly. But I don't know, I like acrylic better for me. Also, I think like, okay, gel is more soft. I would say it's more like of a softer textured enhancement. So for example, um, if I'm constantly in water, I find the acrylic isn't as affected. But okay, here's the joke now. I could say that, but then you always put like a gel polish, whether it's a top coat, a color, over your acrylic. So is it really the acrylic or is it the gel that's being protected? And that's something like a weirdo like me would think about because I pay attention to formulations and stuff like that. So as much as I use the acrylic to overlay my nail, I also use the gel to cover the acrylic as a top coat. Which one is protected it most from the water? But I do find with acrylic, I have more durability. Like some things when I do my nails with gel, I'll find they break more easy than if I just do it with acrylic. So that's another reason why I prefer acrylic to gel. Do you have a preference though when you do your nails? Which one do you like to get, acrylic or gel on your nails? Because I know everybody has their preference. The truth is too, they're kind of all they're. It's really the same thing. It's just different. What's the word? Different textures. That's not the right word, but that's what I'm trying to say. So, for example, um, think of like water. It could be fluid or it could be solid, right? So, polymer and monomer in a gel, which is the two products mixed together. When it's in a gel base, it's required to have a UV light to cure it, to dry it. When it's in a powder and liquid form, they cure together when they meet. It's kind of like an air dry. So it's really about your preference. Everybody is different. One is not better than the other. Some people would say that maybe depending on like the lifestyle or what your profession is, one might be better than the other. I could see that. Like for example, hairdressers, my understanding is acrylic will cause their nails to stain, but gel not so much. But I guess it depends on the type of gel that's being used, right? But everybody's different. Ooh, I hope you guys can see me because I'm way off. Hard gel, if it's breaking on the third day, there's several reasons. So one could be the application. Okay, one could just be the product, right? So hard gels are gels that you can't take off with a soap. You have to use an e-file to remove it. So they're great like for they're it's almost think of it like the acrylic version of a gel, the most toughest version. But again, it's not really meant to be applied on your natural nail. And to remove hard gel, you have to do so by way of e-file. You can't soak that off. Okay. So if you're finding it's breaking by the third day, are you doing it on tips or are you doing it on your natural nail? I'll give you several reasons what's good. And where is it breaking on your nail? Like, is it cracking in the side here in the corner? Or is it cracking at the tip? Is it cracking here at this part? If you tell me which one, I'll be able to maybe give you some understanding as to why. But no gel, especially a hard gel product, should be cracking, splitting, or breaking after 3 days of wear. That's crazy. And if you did, if like you pay money for that, I hope that you follow back through wherever you got it done to just be like, why is this happening so frequent after it's done? Because that's not normal. In the sides, okay, so in the sides, it means if you're doing it yourself, it means you're not putting enough product in your corners here. I hope you can see this, but you're not putting enough product in your corners here. Your side walls are not built up strong enough. So if you're getting cracks in this area here, here, that means your sidewalls are not, you're not putting enough product on your sidewalls, or if you are putting enough product, when you're filing them down, like you're finished filing it, you're filing up too much from your sides. So it's a strength issue why that's happening. So you got to make sure you're putting your product into your sidewall. So this part here where I'm putting the e-file, that's my sidewall. You got to make sure you have product in there or else it won't be strong enough to hold the tip. Also, where you apply the tip matters, okay? So that means don't apply the tip. Tips technically are only supposed to go like right here on your nail. A full nail coverage will go on the entire thing, but tips are only really supposed to cover about this much of your natural nail. The rest is yours. So when you're putting the tips here, you got to make sure your product covers that properly. And if you could see where I showed you, the tips are here. That's where your sidewalls are. You got to make sure the product is hitting those sidewalls. Because if not, then it's gonna not hold the strength of the nail. And also check your glue. Sometimes the glue that you use is not supporting. Make sure the nail is completely dry, it's clean, it's dust free. All of those things will play a factor into whether or not um, your tips last you a long time or not. Dust, like people think little bit of dust is not a big deal, but it can be. So it's really important to clean your work, like clean the area before you apply any product. For sure, I'd be open to showing you. That's not a problem. You can even do a live if you'd like. And it's like, again, it's just a matter of building up your sidewalls. People always put the product on the top of their nail and forget the side, it needs structure. The strength has to come from somewhere. And it depends also on the shape of the nail that you're doing to determine where that strength needs to be. But ultimately, most nails, it has to be in that space that I showed you, right on those two sides. Yes, I'm going mad short, y'all. It's that serious. This is the hardest nail to do. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm good. I could do a hard gel video. I think I have one somewhere, but it's mad old. I haven't posted none of my client videos. Something I got to get into doing. Maybe while I'm on my downtime, that's something I'll take the time to do. Maybe I can edit some videos or something because I will be down for sure for a minute. All right, so I cleared off all my nails. You can see the shapes all mashed up and motted and all kind of thing, but it's okay because I'm gonna go through and clean up my cuticle area now, and also I'll reshape my nails when I get to that step. So I'm not worried about how they look at this moment. Cleaning up your cuticles. This is also important to your product sticking or staying properly to your nail. So you got to make sure you clean up your spaces properly. So yeah, if anybody's watching and they've had surgery before, even if it's just day surgery, minor or major, and they have had to go under, I'm curious to know what it was like when you came out of your sleep state. People have warned me about nausea. Obviously, I can't drive or operate any vehicles. If you're having any issues with seeing, let me know. I don't want to take long. And I'm not pressing hard with the file, as you can see. I'm just gently going across the surface area and getting in these cuticle areas and killing all of my dead skin because I think it's been about 4 weeks or so since I've done my nails. So I can for sure say there's a lot of dead skin growth build up from weeks of whatever, oiling your cuticles, lotions, soaps, all of the things. They all build up over time. So cleaning out that area is necessary, y'all. All right. So yeah, if anyone's had surgery or if you've experienced any type of major or minor experience with anesthesia, I'm curious to know if you've had an overnight stay, if it was a day visit. I'm always curious to know because I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm legit scared. This is a new for me. It's something I've never experienced before. I trust the people that are doing the work, but again, you just never know, man. And let's hope they're only doing what they say they're doing and they don't mess me up and turn me into a freak of nature. I ain't trying to be Frankenstein's wife. Mm-mm. You don't harvest my organs either, because I'm just saying, like, I know they're healthy. 11 years ago, oh my gosh, you must have been young. Did you have to go to sleep? Do you remember what that was like? I remember, like, I love watching the videos of people that film people coming right out of surgery and waking up, and they still be out of it, but talking mad crazy. That shit is hilarious. They tell you don't come with anything, just your health card, your clothes, and your phone. That's it. I like that they were ready to set me up with a room though. They were like, "Do you need a room? Do you want a private room?" I was like, always. I'm not gonna say no to my private room. Hello. All right. Here we go. So cuticles are now clean up and tidy. Those areas there, that's important again. Getting that dead skin will help ensure that the new product will stick. Next, we're gonna just go through and rough up little bit the surface. Like I'm gonna do it with a hand file, but I'm sure it was Scary Man at 11. That's young. Or no, sorry, you weren't 11, but 11 years ago, I'm sure you were a little bit younger. So that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. I'm grown and I still can't imagine having surgery. Like that's scary to me right now. And I think the scary part is just the fact that I gotta go into a space and I gotta go to sleep and nobody's in there with me except for the medical people and the professionals. It's like, are they really gonna take care of me? I mean, just the hospital, but sorry. You know what this is, right? You always gotta season your file before you use it, even if it's just an arbor band. It's necessary to ensure that this does not cut you because yes, it has the ability to cut. So make sure you always season the tip of this arbor band before you use it. All right, so I'm just using this to go around my nail real quick, clean the surface. The one that I used before to take off the product is not for this. It's not even supposed to really get too close to your natural nail. But this little arbor band friend is like using a hand file, so it can be used to toggle through your nails like so. And actually, I need to put my monomer on the heating lamp. So let me go do that real quick before I continue. I like to heat up my nail liquid because I find it helps my acrylic dry a lot faster and I don't have to wait longer. That's a little bit of a tip if anybody is interested. Warm up your nail liquid before you start to work, and when you're ready to use it, it will be easy to, or it will set much faster. When it's cold temperatures, it will take much longer to set. Okay, that's just a FYI. Let me pull away real quick so I can put this monomer on. And when I say monomer, monomer is nail liquid, y'all. It's not even that serious. It's really just nail liquid. But in the industry, it'll be called monomer, and the powder for acrylic is called polymer. Right. Ooh, let me have a drink too. It's been a minute. Mm. All right, now get back at it. Ooh, sorry for the shaky shakes. All right, you don't have to run this bad boy at a fast speed either when you're working with it. Like 3,000, 3,500 RPMs works. My e-file is not on high or nothing like that. I'm also not pressing down very hard on the nail, nothing like that. Gentle, gentle, soft is all you need to do. You also don't dig into your nail. You're supposed to go parallel. So you see how the file is going in the same direction of my nail. I'm not digging into my nail. That digging gets a lot of people in trouble and causes damage. So it's not necessary. Work in the same direction, parallel, like this. Not like this, like this. Tanya, have you seen Diane? I haven't seen Diane on YouTube in a while, and I was looking for her, and I could not see anything current. I was just wondering if anybody's seen that lady. I truly hope she's doing all right. I cannot do any type of polish. I'm just gonna do a clear matte top coat when I refresh these because you're not allowed to have anything fancy when you're going in. I don't want to be breaking the rules, so I'm gonna keep it simple. I also don't need to make them fancy, which is why they're mad short. They'll be functional. There's some things I won't be able to do. Down, down, down. Getting into these corners, you got to be extra careful because it's very easy to get too into your corners. That's why using the little cuticle bit helps because you don't have to get yourself all the way in with the rubber band. You more or less got that area with the cuticle bit. So in this case, you can save yourself cutting. You can save cutting yourself or someone else if you don't know how to get in real close right here in this area. Use the cuticle bit first and then come in with this after. I'm so happy my team won today, 3 weeks in a row, even though they lost all three preseason games, but it is what it is. Their defense is dangerous. Their offense could use some work, but it's a new squad, so they're getting it together. I'm happy to see that. I am trying to distract myself in all kinds of ways. Oh boy. And I'm mad hungry because I didn't eat yet. I put a notice out to my clients. I guess the ones that, you know, understand the situation, didn't waste no time. They made sure they got their nails done this last week that just passed to make sure that they are not struggling while I'm off. All right. And for those who didn't hit me up when I gave you the notice, I will not be able to see you until after the month of October is done, probably into November. So if you know me, I always leave you with a package or with your files or with information to keep yourself on point. I hope you are able to manage during that time. If you happen to see another nail tech outside of me, that's your business. I am not here to tell you what to do. Take care of yourself, folks. I am not that type. I understand what it is. Like, people got to get their nails done or feel like they got to get their nails done. They don't want to wait. So I would not be mad at somebody or a client of mine going to see somebody else. That type of stuff doesn't faze me. But what does faze me is when they come back and expect that I'm just going to work over somebody else's product. That I won't do. And the reason is because I don't know what that person used. And if it's not comparable to what I use, I can't risk putting my stuff over their stuff for you to come and say my stuff is mashed up or lifting because it could have counteracted with their stuff. And that is a large part of the reason why you hear nail techs say, I will not work over other people's work. Now, a way around this as a tech is to simply take it all the way down. But at that point, it's no longer a fill, it's like a do over. So I would charge a little bit more than a fill price, not a full set price though, because again, it's either I take it all the way down so I know that I'm working with freshness, or you're gonna have to go back to where you did them until those come off, because I won't deal with you. I have no idea, girl, who's in here. I just hope the people are entertained. No idea. These lives are interesting. You don't really know who's watching. It just shows you like the number. Um, but whomever you are, I hope you are all right tonight. All right. Almost done. My fill is going to be so minimal. I'm so excited for it. It's crazy. So yeah, that controversial. People are like, "Oh, you're gonna lose money if you don't take people that go to other clients," and I'm like, "It's possible, but I also have a standard. Like, I don't know what people are out here using product wise, and if your tech that you went to can't tell you what they use, then how do you expect me to be able to work with that? Like, not everybody uses the same thing. Some people don't even know what products they do use, because if they're like in a, let's say they're not booth renting, they're like working for the company, they may be required to use the products the company use, which could be no names, and just given like in a bulk package way. So you may not know what you're using. If you booth rent, use your own stuff, and yeah, you could tell somebody what you're using because you get to pick that up. I'll tell you this though, I cannot booth rent. That was a no for me. And I could not work for nobody else. That was a hell no for me. Straight. Mm-mm. All right, I'm almost done. When you work with your non-dominant hand, don't feel no ways about spending a little bit of extra time to give it that little bit of extra check-in and care because truth be told, um, it's not the same as working with your other hand. So you may miss a spot. You may not work work it as well as you would if it's your other hand. Don't feel no ways. Don't waste your time, especially if you're a beginner. Go with the flow that works for you. Don't worry about other people. Don't compare yourself either. It's not worth it. Everybody learns their own tricks. Are you? Have you heard of people doing dead lives, Tanya? Do you know what that is? I think they're called dead lives or static lives. It's essentially a new thing where creators are going live on their channels, but like leaving it just open. So whatever happens, happens, and it just kind of goes for hours. And people tune in because they want to see if something's going on, but they're not intending to actually do anything. It's just sitting on live. Apparently, it's a new trend to help people monetize or get their hours or something like that. Crazy to me, but everybody wants those dollars. Mm-mm. All right, where we at? All right, I've more or less taken most of the product off my nails. I am just quickly going to give them a shape up. I don't want them to be too long. And again, the objective is maintenance. Nail shaping sucks. It's not fun. Oh my gosh. I don't know if anybody else hates it, but I do. Especially when you're doing it on yourself. I hate it so much. Because in your brain, you're thinking you have to do it one way, but in your physical, actual execution of it, it ends up going another way. So I be tripping over nail shaping. I hate it. I guess that's where people have the benefit when they use tips. It's kind of just automatically shaped, so they don't have to worry about it, but I hate it. Real talk. See in the corners here, that's what I'm talking about when I say that area needs to have product. If it doesn't, that's going to be a large part of your nail breaking issues. All right, almost there. I do not know who's watching, but if you are on this live, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. If you can tell me via the chat, that would be appreciated. All right, so, and also with hard gel, another thing is you have to make sure you have the right lamp to cure it. Hard gel technically cures in a UV lamp better than it does in an LED lamp. So if you're using an LED lamp to cure your hard gel, that could be part of the reason why it's not curing properly or why it's not staying because it's not getting properly dried. You have to use a UV lamp for hard gel, not an LED lamp. That's something that you should know. So I have, even though they have lamps that are both UV slash LED, those ones you have to do like double the time to get the LED effect. I mean the UV effect instead of the LED effect. So what I mean is, if it says like 30 minutes LED, then it's like 30 seconds LED, then it's like 60 seconds UV, as an example. It's like double the time. So just know that that also matters. The type of lamp that you use for hard gel should be a UV lamp, not a LED lamp. And check the product that you're using, which one it suggests as the better option for curing. The product for sure will let you know. I hate doing my non-dominant hand. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I love my hand. I just hate the work. I've been asked if I ever get tired. Actually, hard gels are supposed to cure from anywhere from 120 seconds upwards, not 60. That's too low a time frame for hard gel to sit. It has to be 120 seconds or more, and that's providing your lamp is at full strength. So like your lamp has to be on point with the UV lights. All of your lights have to be working. They should all be strong lights because in the UV lamp, remember, those lights are replaceable. So you have to make sure the lamp is strong enough. But no, at least at minimum 120 seconds. So you would do a 90 and then a 30. But you should no do two, a 90 and a 30 is 120, but you could also do like 260s to just like be certain. You can't over cure a gel, but you can under cure a gel. So you can do 2 60-second rounds. That will give you a 120. Okay, but also check that it's not okay. So some lamps have like they don't automatically go straight to the warmest setting. They'll like gradually increase. Make sure you're not using the 90 or the 120 second individually because it will like slowly increase to that setting. You want it to be out the gate. So the 60 seconds twice should be better for your cure, even maybe 3 times just as a precaution. But yes, you have to make sure you're curing your UV gel, your hard UV gel, for longer than 60 seconds. That I know for sure. And it depends on the company, but that's basically status quo for everybody. Well, you're most welcome. No problem. because that will play a factor in whether or not it sits properly. Because it might not, if it's not curing right, it means it's not dry, and that means it's not adhering to the surface that you want. So just check that out. Adjust that setting. With hard gels too, they have an inhibition layer. So when you cure it, it's automatically sticky. So it's hard to tell if it's just like regular stick or if it's just residual stick because it's just sticky regardless, right? So you always have to wipe the top surface, but you want to make sure that it cures all the way through. All right, I'm almost done. Whew. The shape is not perfect, but I'm okay with it because I'm going to sleep. And if you care about my nail shape when I'm sleeping, you suck. All right, almost done. All right, so dust off. I am also going to, where's my other brush? I don't know where my brush went. It just ran away from me. Um, okay, I'm not going downstairs to get a brush. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right, let me look at this. I prefer to use another brush, but I can't find one right now, so I'm going to work with what I got. All right, so I'm just dusting off. So here's essentially where I'm at with my cleanup, okay? That's what we're doing right now. If you are still in this live and you can give me a thumbs up or a like, I would appreciate it. It does matter. It does get seen. It does count towards the people showing the loves, y'all. The people's showing the loves. All right. Let me, like I said, I'm going with a very soft. Truthfully, I should probably go with something clearer. Let me just see. Thank you so much. I appreciate my thumbs up. Whew. Okay, the truth is, I'm really trying to sneak my acrylic on my nails because if my doctor finds out, he's going to kick my ass. Well, kind of. He did say if I make it really simple and cute, he won't get mad at me. At least he understands. What I like about my doctor, he don't play. He is about that thug life, and he will tell you if you're right or wrong. All right, I need to grab some paper towels. Ooh. And we are gonna go ahead and apply this acrylic right quick because ain't nobody got all day. Not even doing it fancy, y'all. This is sad. Like, when do I ever do this for real? For real. I'm grabbing an acrylic brush. I recently used this. It's not fancy. It's a number 8 brush that I'm using on my hands. I like to use smaller brushes because I have small finger surfaces and it just makes it easier to apply the product for me. Same thing with when I'm working with gel. I will always do a smaller brush just because it makes it easier for me to work with. Oh, for real? You should still try to go live, because you'd be surprised. They might just limit you to like doing a few people at a time in the beginning. When I first did my very first live, I didn't even have, I think, 100 subscribers or something like that. It was very minimal. But I heard they limit you, and then once you do it once or twice, then they kind of open it up so you can have more access so people can more see you. Truth is, I don't know who sees my lives. I don't know who it's open up to. I find them fun though. People be on lives doing all kinds of stuff. People be on lives begging for money, begging for likes, but those interactions and things get them all monetized, right? So I could see why they would want to do it. What I'm doing here, I do not use a bonder or a primer on my nails. I use this something, it's called Protein Bond. I've been using it for years. It works fantastic. It does not damage my natural nail plate. It does not damage my nails. It's actually, if anything, I could say been a great alternative to helping my nails stay healthy. So you guys can see what I'm doing. So this application is going to be what I call a barely there application, which essentially means I am going to apply a very, very thin acrylic layer. I do not want bulk. I do not want thick. I just want it clean. I gotta check out these other channels. I know I have the one. I remember the one that I watched before, but I gotta check them out. Send me those links if you don't mind in this chat, and then I'll make sure I check those out. I don't always get to catch everybody's lives too with time differences and stuff. It kind of bothers me. I want to support the people too. So I am just applying a very, very, very thin layer of acrylic to my nail, as you can see, like this. It's so thin, it's barely there. And yes, it is intentional because, again, I can't just go to a hospital with bare nails. So where are you gonna have me in my most vulnerable state? The least I could do is have a little nice nail. Oops, I hope y'all can see that because I know I'm stepping all the way out the time now. I don't want bulk. I don't want thick. I want a thin, quick, clean, simple application. That's what I'm going for. Are both of your channels about nails? I'm curious. So I'm just brushing the acrylic right onto my nail plate. I'm not doing nothing fancy. Look, no bulk, very thin, barely wet. You're wet enough to spread. Even if I'm still using such a small amount, I still gotta make sure my brush is clean and wiped on a clean surface. Some people will see this and be like, oh my God, there's so many strokes. And I'd be like, yes, I know, I know. That's just how I do. It just works for me, yo. Do what works for you when it comes to nails. Don't follow after other people. I gotta try to hide some of that sparkle or I'm screwed. Won't tell my doctor, yo. He'll curse me out. He's a real G. I'm scared of that guy. All right. This hand, look at that. Bam. Oops. Can you even see what's going on with my light? Done. Okay, done. Quick and easy. Overlaid. Done. Next side. Gotta move this over though, because I told you guys I can't do opposite hand. I'm not good like that. Okay, bam. Here we go. Next side. Very, very light, thin application. I don't want it to be thick. I don't want it to be bulky. I just want to cover my natural nail just enough so it has a very light layer of protection or enhancement, I should say, not even protection, a light layer of enhancement. Now, at the moment, I won't say what surgery I'm going in for because I do plan on doing a series on that. However, I can say that um, it's common and sometimes things that happen in your life are okay. Like we fight things because we want things to be a certain kind of way, but we have to recognize more times that if it is what it is, there's a reason why it is. So own it, sleep with it, wake up with it, and keep moving. And don't think of yourself as any less than we all go through ish. All right, so I'm playing around in this right now because I'm tired. All right, here we go. As you can see too, I'm not applying acrylic essentially to the whole nail per se. Most of it is going to the back end where the new growth is. The front part is all right. It doesn't really need no acrylic, but the front part is all right. It doesn't really need much. If anything, I would just brush some color up there just to kind of blend it and get rid of some of the sparkles. But other than that, this is really about the back end. The new growth is where you're filling in the space of acrylic that's grown out or gone, or that was even removed. And when you fill it in, it should just melt like butter, just like you saw there. Because I have warm liquid that I'm working with, this is going to dry mad quick, so I'll be able to finish file in a few seconds and then go ahead and apply my matte top coat. I'm using a matte top coat today because I want to make sure my nails are as simple as possible. A matte top coat is a nice way to go. It's clean, it's easy, and it'll make my nails look like it doesn't have any polish, even though it does. And then I'm hoping I can get away with that at the hospital. And I know I've said that a few times, but it's because I'm going to believe it until it happens. Yeah, I'm only going to do an overlay and then a clear matte spot polish, and that's it. Because when you have surgery, you're not allowed to have your nails done, so they actually want you to remove everything. Um, which essentially, I guess I have done. Um, I'm trying to cheat the system. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to cheat it bad, but in a good way, with good reason, and for a good purpose. This is not just about surgery. It's about the aftermath because I won't be able to do my nails for some time. So I do want to take a moment to make sure they're at least handled beforehand because I won't be able to do them after. And that will bother me. But I gotta get rid of this sparkle. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna come back again and do some more on that one to get rid of some of that sparkle. I should have filed it down more, but oh well. The other day I was gonna do a nail design video. Um, and I do have quite a few nail design videos from client work videos that I've recorded. I just honestly haven't really shared much of my client work videos. I don't know why. I record their sessions. Trust me, they tell me all the time it's torturous, but they love me, so they'll do it anyway. And because of that, I want to put more content, but sometimes it's hard with nail stuff because you don't really know what people are interested in. And it's like, is it what I'm interested in, or do you guys want to see something particular? That's the hardest part about content creation for nails sometimes. Um, it's not a bad thing per se, but it's just it's it could be frustrating because you also want to be seen and heard on the scene, but also again, if people aren't interested in certain things, they won't watch, and you also have to try and figure out if people are even trying to do their own nails. My content is essentially for people who want to learn about nails, but who also want to do their own, right? Like all of that matters, if and that's what drives your viewership. But don't get me wrong, I also have a lot of randomness on my channel, so random talk, reactions, music, entertainment, that type of stuff is for me. I like that stuff, so I will share that as well. Ooh, all right, you're almost done. And also because that was such a simple overlay, I am not even trying to do any type of crazy finish filing. It's going to be so simple, probably with just a hand file. Because of how thin the layer that I added was. If I do it with the e-file, I might just rub all of the acrylic off. So my intention is to come through with the hand file and finish this off. All right, so I'm almost there. What time is it? One second. All right, we're almost done. I'm just waiting for my nails to dry. I'm gonna turn this off for a quick second. That's gonna need a second to cure. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna sit here and chill and talk to whoever is there. What else is going on in regards to your upcoming election? I see that is an interesting thing happening in America. Canada apparently is also taking some strides in dealing with things such as immigration. Some politics stuff has been happening. People are not happy. Kamala Harris talking about she gonna deal with intruders and she believes in the Second Amendment and people are mad. I'm like, why are people always so mad when politicians got something to say? Ooh. Also, this is isn't today the first day of fall? Or yesterday was the first day of fall? We're gonna have to get ready to put our clocks back just now. Get that extra hour of daylight savings. Oh, that's a good question. If you're on here, do you agree with daylight savings times or do you think it's a bunch of foolishness? That I am curious to know. Because for some people, it's not okay. They don't like it. And then for others, they're about that life. So I'm curious. I hate it. I think it should just be one time all year long. We shouldn't go back by an hour. We shouldn't go forward by an hour. Let's just stay where we at, please. I was messing around, touching stuff, and look, I want to messed up my surface. Ah, it's all good. I'll fix it after. But yep, simple pink, hopefully natural looking nails. Ah, they better not make me for this or I'm gonna cry. Part of me wants to just keep going and finish this off, but I know if I do, I'm gonna regret it. That one's almost dry. A way to tell if your acrylic is dry is it will be not so shiny. It will actually stay matte. You can also hear it when you tap on it. And yes, I'm rubbing my hands together so that they can warm up because heat allows your acrylic to cure or dry faster. I made some money today betting on some football games. I am happy about that. Let me get my matte top coat ready. Ooh, which one am I going to use? Well, I feel like somebody ran away with my matte top coat. Somebody did run away with my matte top coat. What's going on in here? Don't let other nail techs use your stuff. I'm just putting it out there in case you need to know. It's a real thing. People be thieving. My polish shaker is broken, so I actually have to do this by hand, and I hate it. I hate shaking polishes by hand. I broke this too. Snap. Oops. Ah, well. Everything is broke and broken around here. I don't know what's up with that, y'all. haven't used this matte top coat in a long time either. So here's me hoping that it actually performs well. It's been a minute since I've used this product, especially by this brand. So I truly am hoping it's not defective. It's interesting though, polishes and products can last for a really long time as long as they are oops, oh snap. What did I just do? I think I pressed the wrong button. Anyways, products can last for a really long time providing they are stored properly. So don't feel no ways about keeping things for a long time. As long as you are storing them properly, you're fine. Um, People don't know this, but sometimes you can put your nail lacquers, your regular nail polish in the fridge. Helps them last longer. Do not put your gels, polishes into a fridge. It does not make no sense. You do not want to be doing that. Um, Again, you can utilize your products for a long time, providing you take care of them the way you're supposed to. It's not a hard thing to do. All right. I'm impatient, so I'm just going to get straight into finish filing my nails, even though they're probably not fully ready, as I can see here. But do I business? No. We're just going to come through, clean them up, and move on. And I'm doing this with my hand file and not necessarily my e file because I don't want to take the little bit of product that I put on off. Boom, boom, boom. We're just going to gently use a hand file to finish the job. My nails are also not fully dry, but that's my business. It is what it is. And you can tell just because of how the product just lifts like that at the cuticle area. We could use a bit more time, but I ain't got it today. Still will look fire when I'm done. Even when you're using a hand file, you don't need to abuse yourself. Gently over the surface like this is sufficient. You don't have to press hard. I'm not rubbing hard. I'm legit just gently going over the surface and rounding out that tip a little bit. Oops. Wrong item. All right. Almost done. This will be the first time in a long time I have done my nails without any type of design or polish on them, so it's feeling kind of awkward, but it is what it is. As you've heard me say numerous times before. All right, we're going to come through on this non-dominant hand of mine. That was not dry, y'all. Now, because I know it wasn't dry, do I panic? No. You keep going. And that is actually a perfect example of what happens when you don't let your product dry. You run the risk of it just flaking off while you are working. And then basically it's gone. All right. Okay, I'm almost done. I can't wait. I'm excited to eat my dinner. I'm starving. I also hope my phone is not gonna die because my phone's been acting wonky. It's now officially started to jump on the screen. So like if I'm in messages trying to message someone, my screen will jump a few times, which is kind of scary to me, but anyways, it's time for a new one. iPhone 16 Pro Max is looking like the one right now. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the 16 Pro Max. I've never had an iPhone Pro anything before. I've had a Plus. Oh my, that was a 7 Plus so long ago. Um, and so yeah, considering that I'm filming and using my phone for content and so forth, like I do now, it'll probably eliminate the need for me to actually have to buy a full-on camera and help me to still be able to film and create content, but just using my phone right now. I mean, I'm not super duper fly like some of these other content creators, so I don't feel like I need to have um, some kind of super big, gigantic setup. I want to keep it simple. I like my setup and how I have things. It's functional. It's not complicated. So that's the plan, y'all. Change up my phone finally after 5.5 years, so I can film my content better. I should also say, with all of that flaking that you just saw, most of it is all surface level, meaning like the acrylic underneath it has all dried. So, oops, if the surface is a little bit wet, it's okay because it's not taking any of the acrylic off of the nail, or too much of the acrylic off of the nail, I should say. All right. Yes, I love to give it a good scrub once I'm done. That way I know my nail is on point. Oh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to finish because I'm going to eat right now. Wings sound good. Did you make them special? Do you eat them with anything particular? because that sounds divine right now. I'm so hungry. Ooh, cake. Was it chocolate? No, you made strawberry. My bad, my bad. I forgot my strawberry moist cake. My bad, my bad. I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry. All right. Nails are all done. This is where we're at. Ooh, got myself. All right, so this is where we're at. All done, all clean. So I'm just gonna do a top coat, a matte top coat, and hope the doctor doesn't curse me out and tell me you can't do that. Or cuss me out and tell me I'm canceling your surgery because you're done that. Let's just hope they work with me, you know? I did everything else they asked. I'm fasting, no alcohol, all the good stuff I'm doing. And yet, ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't do my nails. Oh, hell to the no. That shine, that sparkle shine might get me in trouble. But it is what it is. Right there too. Ah, all the yucky, gunky underneath my nail from the acrylic. All right, I'm ready to top coat this bad boy. I'm doing too much. All right, top coat time. Keep it simple. Again, I'm just using a matte top coat because I have to have my nails plain and I still got to be presentable in public. So matte top coat it is. I am yummy, yummy. Thank you for my slice. I'm gonna eat dessert before I eat my dinner. That's usually how it goes around my household anyway. All right, matte top coat is going on top. Again, kind of like a mask. Not really, but kind of really. Listen, let's just hope this works, okay? 'Cause if not, I'll be in big, big trouble. A slice of strawberry moist cake sounds divine right now. All right, so I'm just quickly top coating my nail. It's not fancy, it's just a very simple, plain matte top coat, and it's matte because I want to make sure my nails are as plain as possible for surgery on Tuesday. Look, I want to show you if you can see this, Tanya. I have a half on off 30-second, 60-second, and a 120-second. This lamp is both UV and LED. So if I need to cure 60 seconds LED, that's 120 seconds UV. So I mean this would be two times. I wouldn't even use this 120 because this 120 is a gradual glow. So what that means is it won't be strong 120 the whole time. The first 10 to 15 might be like soft and then it will come in strong with the light setting. So that's why I would just do the 260s instead of doing the 120, depending on the type of lamp that you have. So another thing is that the half is like, some people get what are called heat spikes, where I don't know if you've ever experienced you put your gel hand into the light and burn. As a matter of fact, tell me if that has ever happened to you. Have you ever had a heat spike where you put your gel polished hand into a lamp and then it started burning. Even if you did your hard gel or your soft gel or whatever, and it just started burning, you were like, why is my hand on fire? Why is my nail plate on fire? So I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not good. But that'll help me to explain to you what the half is for. It's almost like a lead into the proper or the full light power. So the half is like a baby steps way into the full light power for people that have that type of sensitivity. You're not you're not supposed to get heat spikes when you put that's it's funny. I think that's another reason why I don't really mess with gel either, because heat spikes are real and that shit burns. Um, but that is another thing that will happen with gel, and that's another reason why I don't mess with it too much for some people because the heat spikes are not nice. But anyways, the heat spikes happen. So that half that you see here is intended to slowly acclimate someone's hand um, to the warmth or to the light setting, and then go full blaze to dry to let it dry off or whatever. But that heat spike is not normal. It's not supposed to happen. So if it is happening when you do gel on your nails, you need to check that. Two things could be real at the same time. One could be they took way too much natural nail, like they went too like your natural nail plate when they were filing down when I was doing that prep work, they would have went too like heavy into your natural nail. They would have went too deep when they were cleaning that plate, and as a result, it kind of like left it bald. So now the gel is adhering to a bald nail, as an example. And when it's bald, it's fresh. It's gonna get that heat spike, and it's gonna burn. And trust me when I say it will burn. That intense burn is not nice. It does cause trauma and it can, over long periods of time, cause issues with your nail growth. So be mindful of that if you are experiencing any level of heat spike when you use gel on your nails. That's another reason why I use acrylic more than I use gel, to be honest. Heat spikes, even for some clients, and some people are just naturally sensitive. I had clients with heat spikes that would like be in some levels of pain that I couldn't even explain, and I had to be like, nah, nah, nah. We ain't using this no more on you. We gonna use something we know ain't gonna burn you out, because it's not a nice experience. It doesn't feel good in any kind of way. Sorry, my matte top coat does require, it does have an inhibition there, so I am required to wipe it off. All right, and I'm gonna do the next side. Yes, babe. No, I did not. It's almost bedtime for you, sir. You have your dinner on the counter. You can go and finish your dinner. No, you cannot. You can finish your dinner that is on the counter. Sorry, y'all. Parenting don't stop because you go live. I have a little bit of dust on this now, but it's too late for me to take it off. And I have officially reached I don't care status. Yes, yes. No, you have school tomorrow. I'm on live. My kids be trying to take all the liberties, y'all. They will ask all the questions. They want to get away with murder, taking computers to their rooms. Nah, yo. They think I'm that distracted. I'm like, y'all ain't slick. All right. I don't know if I need to do two coats here. I might, just because I already did it on the other side. Whenever you're applying gel, do not do thick layers of gel, especially if it's colored, because the light will not cure through. And then when your gel gets all goopy, goopy, yucky, and you wonder why, it's because it was too much. So you only need to do thin layers. But those heat spikes are real with gel, so you got to be mad careful. Usually, some people might just put their hand like right here first, and then the light gets turned on, and then they'll slowly push their hand all the way into the light, because that's how some people got to do it. Some people can just like only keep their hand at the tip like this and then slide their hand in. When you do it that way, you're not getting proper dryness of your nails. Your nails aren't curing properly. Your hand has to be inside the lamp. So if you have somebody that has issues with gel or heat spikes, consider that gel might not be the best product to use, especially if it happens all the time. Don't write it off as nothing or that it's not a big deal, because it actually is a big deal. You're legit burning. You're giving your hand like not a first degree, not a second. You're giving your hand a burn, man. I don't remember how many degrees, but you are giving your hand a burn. All right. I hope you guys can't hear my son's computer in the background. But yeah, yo, 2 days countdown. Gotta go on a whole entire fast. Can't eat, can't drink, can't do certain things to prep for the surgery that's happening on Tuesday. And that's only if the people that are scheduled before me don't have any complications that cause mine to be delayed and or canceled. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because I have supports lined up that are supposed to help me out while I'm down. And I am truly, truly hoping that they're still able to come through if anything changes. All right, this is going to be my second last cure. I'm going to do 60 seconds and then 30 seconds. I'm anal like that. So I do multiple cures. You don't have to, but it's just what I do. And then I'm going to be done because I'm tired, y'all. It's been a day. But if you did join me on this live, you know that I appreciate you. And if you interacted, thank you very much. That is meaningful to me. Again, you guys know I'm trying to build my platform and my channel and my community, and I'm trying to share knowledge, even if it's the same knowledge. If there's one thing I've noticed about this whole entire process, is repetition is key. Some people be posting the same thing every single day. I see people out here talking about, I'm gonna post this every day until I get a million views or followers, and I'm just like, for real? You got time? I mean, I'm that serious, but I'm not that serious, I guess. I don't know. I don't got that kind of time, y'all. I post when I can. If you're here, you show up when I'm out. If you can, if you're available, like anybody else, you just show your support the best way you can. This is just being here. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. I'll add some tunes to the replay so that anybody that watches it after the fact can have some ambiance. Hopefully, I can find some tracks that will not, encompass the cartoon sounds in the background. All right, that's done. You can see it still has a bit of a shine. And I'm going to take that shine away. I'm going to take that shine away. Do, 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 do. All right. And there we have it. I'm all matted out. Bam. So that is it, y'all. Let me see here. Ooh, okay. I can do a few things here. I still got to do lotion and all of that fun stuff. But in the meantime, here we go. Took my nails all the way down. Kept it simple. Just needed to make sure, thank you so much, that they are ready for surgery. They look as natural as possible so they don't think I'm wearing any type of enhancements. Thank you for the they look good. Anyways, it's the shortest I've had my nails in a little while, so it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but I think I'm also be able to get a lot of things done because they're so short that I haven't been able to do. But in the meantime, y'all, I'm ready to sign out. Miss Tanya, thank you for joining me on my live. I appreciate you. For everybody else who came through, you know I always tell you stay blessed. And I mean that. Especially in this day and age with all the crazy. Y'all make sure you're taking care of yourselves, okay? But yes, here they are. Up close and personal. Oh girl, please. They don't look better than yours. It's just love and care. And a little bit of time. You got this. All right, I'm signing out. Excuse me. And I appreciate you for tuning in, y'all, again. Until I catch you on the next one, stay blessed and take care of yourself. All right? Peace out.